Ladies and gentlemen, my name is John Belkowitz and we're here in the awesome IC facility doing a great project on hydronic temperature controlling. It's about 5 degrees Fahrenheit, feels like negative something outside, and it is a perfect day to show you what we can do to try and save that concrete slab. So scenario is residential concrete. We've got two forms. We're going to cast two slabs, one without the hydronic temperature control and one with, and you'll get to see exactly what it's all doing, how we set it up, how we're making the concrete, how we're placing it, as well as putting on the system. So stay tuned. Hope you're having an awesome time. You're awesome. Go concrete. So we're wrapping this up. We did this hydronic temperature controlling system.
Very cool project.
Fun project.
And the weather was brutally perfect for that day.
We went through some a lot of negative days
Yes.
here, nights,
Yeah.
over the last 2 weeks. So we made this slab 16 days ago, and ding! There's us taking off the system, and often, as you can see, it's really easy, just like to put it together.
Right.
It's really easy to take it apart once you have it, put together, like the system in place. It's even faster to put the whole thing together, and that's what you see Steven and I do. Somebody brought up this point that what we were talking about is just unicorns and rainbows,
Right.
and I didn't get to answer that question, but that was something that I wanted to go over with Mr. B and Uncle Richard.
Right.
And
That was a great video.
great video, and the impetus of it was, is this realistic, practical, or bullshit?
Here's the thing. I mean, you could say it either way, but if you really want something and the quality is worth it, and you're trying to place when it's cold, then you figure it out. Just like with anything else. I mean, lightweight concrete, it costs a fortune and it's not easy to put together. A lot of ultra high performance concrete. There's a lot of bells and whistles that go along with it. I mean, is it worth it to you? I think that's the bottom line.
Right.
So,
do you find value in it? And
right.
when Steven got done doing the cores, he did 6 cores.
Right. Out of each slab.
But this is the core from that sample, or from the slab that we did.
Right.
With the hydronic, and this is without, and
It's just beat up.
well, it's not. It is beat up, but we just had a lot of spots where there was no interface, or there was a very weak interface
Right.
between the aggregate and the paste, or the paste didn't set up and it dusted out. So I mean, there is a difference. We're going to go into more detail on this in another video, so stay tuned. But the question is, was it worth it? Let's call this a unicorn. Let's call what we did almost impossible to do. If you can save a $15,000 bid, and you don't have to necessarily do it for 16 days.
Right.
Do it as many days as you can to save that slab. I mean,
Well, and charge a premium for it. I mean,
Right.
we're not saying you just put this on your lower end, maybe residential type of stuff. But if you want to be that premium person out there that can still place when it's 8 degrees outside and a wind chill of -13, you charge a premium because your timeline's not going to be delayed. You have this stuff set up, but we're not saying you eat the cost. There's different ways to do it to make it worth it.
oh my gosh, totally put it back on your client, but you got to learn how to do it. You got to
Right.
eat those costs.
Right.
It's just, is it worth it? And this assumes that you didn't have the chance
Right.
to get the right mix. And, it could be argued -20, you didn't have the right mix to
Sure.
begin with, because that is the first evening that we had was -20.
Right.
And we're going to go into the maturity of it in a different video, stay tuned. But, you just look at it and use your common sense. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
There's
There's pop outs, there's
The surface is still falling apart. I mean,
just that, you can tell that it did not have the opportunity to adequately hydrate because of the environment that it was in. Whereas this one looks like, you know, a regular poured out concrete cylinder.
boom.
So,
This concrete's gonna last a lot longer than
right.
this concrete. And that's the whole point.
And this is gonna be one of those lawsuits where a year later, why is my driveway falling apart?
It might not be.
Oh, babe, come on.
I mean, no, I mean, some people don't notice, so if it's 2 years later, it might go past the warranty.
Well,
Most
whatever.
contractors have a 1-year warranty.
Okay.
If it's in 30 days, because this was 16 days later,
Right.
and most people are driving on the driveway at that point, so if there was somebody driving on this, this would fail.
Well, and we are coming into our most aggressive part of winter in Colorado, March, April timeframe.
Totally.
So out here, this would not make it through this winter.
No, no way.
So.
No way. So anyway, we hope you learned something from this. We're going to be going into more detail about why this was so important. And if you have any questions, and if you want to challenge us a little bit, we got no problem with that too. We love running that. That was a fun test.
That was a very cool
And that actually took a lot of resources on our
It did.
part, a lot of time. And again, you got a good idea, let us know. We'll run the test.
Sure.
We're not afraid to be challenged. So thanks for your time. Go concrete!
Beat asphalt.